very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and privilege to be opening a conference of this format and scope. The topic itself is intriguing, the range of presentations inspiring, and the statistics impressive. But if one additionally considers that this conference is organized by students, one cannot fail to notice that evolution shows itself at work here so rapidly. As an English philologist, I seem to have little in common with either the perception of climate and nature or with ancient societies as such, which makes opening a conference devoted to a combination of these a rather difficult task, if you want to address the topic in any meaningful way. But there is another side to it. Paradoxically, the ancient is somehow never out of date. This is a discovery I made during a history of the English language class I taught several years ago. When I was preparing a discussion of semantic changes and trying to pick examples that my students would find interesting, I came across an unexpected change recorded in the English word noon. To my surprise and delight, I learned, it's my dog barking, I'm sorry. To my surprise and delight, I found out that the original meaning of the day was not midday, as it is now, but 3:00 p.m., as the dictionaries informed me, or rather misinformed me, as it turned out later. The term noon, the dictionary said, derives from the Latin term nona hora, which meant the 9th hour of the day. This left me in complete confusion between the present-day meaning of noon, midday, the medieval meaning, 3 p.m., and the etymological meaning, the 9th hour of the day. Disentangling the knot required a more in-depth study, and it is here that the ancient crept in with the perception and organization of time. Understanding the semantic shift required from me a study of the monastic horarium, because the 9th hour of the day was associated with daily prayers and mealtimes, whose mutual interplay the dictionaries implied to have influenced the change of meaning. The deeper I dug, the less I knew. I think you all know the feeling. The breakthrough came when I started to analyze how the ancient system of timekeeping, which was preserved in the Middle Ages at the time of the semantic change, so how this system actually worked. So I studied the seasonal hours and realized that their length differed depending on the time of the year and geographical location. This system naturally regulated people's lives by dividing the daylight time into units which had to accommodate all daily activities. These units were carefully measured by the monastic, who had to observe their daily prayers according to the prescribed schedule. Now, all prayers in the schedule were the same length throughout the year, but the hours were of unequal length. And this realization helped me to understand that the original sense of the word noon in English was not 3 p.m., as shown in the dictionaries, but a time halfway through between midday and sunset, which means it was different in terms of our modern perception. But it was not until I actually started calculating hour length in different parts of England across all seasons and translating the ancient system of timekeeping into the modern one that I really understood the sense and essence of the semantic change in the word noon. So, the ancient held the key to understanding the medieval, which in turn explained the modern. And that's what I mean by saying that the ancient is never out of date. I'm deeply convinced that it is only by reaching back that we can understand where we are and determine where we want to go. I wish you all a very fruitful conference with lively debates, opening up new horizons, fostering a sense of harmony and order, and prompting discoveries that are waiting to be made. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare the conference, The Perception of Climate and Nature in Ancient Societies, open. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for the opening.